What's up, guys? It's McNulty here. Happy Sunday and welcome to the Covenant Summon, where I've been asking myself today, why has this fox decapitated itself with that massive blade? That looks extremely uncomfortable. So we have a brand new hero. In fact, we've got two brand new heroes in the Covenant Summon. We've got Halcyon, who is looking drip-tastic, with a blade cutting her head off. Like, she better be freaking careful with that thing. And we also have a brand new 4-star hero in the Covenant Summon, which is big news today. So, of course, we are going to do what we do. We're going to jump into the portal. We're going to have a closer look at these heroes, see what they're all about, and whether or not they're bringing anything new and spicy and tempting to the Covenant Summon portal. So let's get in there. And we'll have a closer look. So we've got Halcyon. So here she is, Halcyon. I think that's probably how you're supposed to say it. And then we've also got this dude, Foxglove. So of course, it's really nice to see a 4-star in this portal. I don't know when last. I think that's probably the first Fox 4-star that we've seen, actually. But yeah, we will definitely get to him in just a second. Portal wise, it looks like we've got a bunch of holy heroes in here. So we've got Gold Drippy Dripster. We've got Nithgeist, who I'm a little bit underwhelmed with, if I'm totally honest. He hasn't seemed to pose as much of a problem as I thought he might do. We've got Oricok, who's freaking awesome, stealing Mega Minions left, right, and center. We have the costume for Ignacio. Ignacio's always been good. I mean, he's like the 5-star version of Rigard. On absolute steroids, and looks like, you know, the evil doctor of everyone's nightmares. So there's nothing not to like, but like I don't think he's that great. As far as, you know, the upper echelon of heroes that we're normally used to seeing in the Covenant Summon. So far I would say Oricok, maybe Gold Drippy Drip. He's actually really good. And then we've got Kiara as well. And Kiara is another one who's really good. But as far as the garrison guards are concerned, she just doesn't quite have it all in all the right places like they do. So she deals damage to all enemies at fast speed. She does get that guard rally where she removes wither effects, but she kind of loses out because she doesn't get the sword guard Mega Minion. She gets this new hybrid spear guard one, which dispels dispellable buffs from the target when it hits, which is cool. But I feel like the spreading bleed damage from the Sword Guard one is just that much cooler. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting portal. So we'll see if this Fox can make up for it. And very stacked with holy heroes. The odds are good here. 1.6% for a legendary featured. So obviously it's a decent hero pool to summon in. And you've got a 1.3 for Florena, who's actually a really good hero of the month as well. So pretty decent odds. No experienced mimics at the moment, though. You missed that. If you are summoning today. So, Halcyon. She is, of course, a holy hero. I love the border on the outline of the card. I do like the shiny gold armor. It just makes you want the hero more. But like I said, the sword does seem to be a bit close to where it shouldn't be. She's in the fighter class, so that means she obviously gets a chance to revive. She's of the Fox family, so they get a bonus where they summon the Sly Fox minions with a 2% health and 100% attack. Sly Fox minions give 80% chance to dodge incoming attacks. When the minion dodges, it steals the latest dispellable buff from the attacker and gives it to the owner. So you've got a pretty difficult hero to hit right off the bat with the Fox family heroes. And you've got a pretty annoying minion that steals your buffs if you do put up buffs early in the battle. But once you deal with that minion, it's gone. So it can't come back. It's just at the start of the battle that they summon that minion. So there is some extra protection for them, but it's only got 2% health. So, you know, once you hit it, it's pretty much dead. The other passive that they have, which is obviously more important, is decreased healing. So all enemies get negative 50% healing. That is the stronger of between the family bonus and the passive. And still room for another passive, which I'm sure that they'll probably gain one at some point. But for now, it's just the enemies getting negative 50% healing, which is very strong. Right. Regen, Ether Talent, not the hugest fan of that. Stats-wise, we'll switch off the max power, so 1264 on the attack. 12, 13 on defense, and 22, 18 on health. So really balanced across the board. Nothing that's really standing out for me so far as the passives, family bonus, etc. So let's get into the meat then. The Unbroken Assault, which is the special skill. Running at fast speed, she's going to destroy all minions from the target. The effect is going to damage mega minions. So when it says damage mega minions, we click this little question mark. It says the effect applies to mega minions as well, but instead of destroying, damage equal to 50% of the mega minion's max health is dealt to the mega minion. So notice it says of the mega minion's max health. So that to me means that if the mega minion is at 50% health, she is just going to destroy the sucker because it's 50% of the max health, not 50% of the remaining health, 50% of the max health every single time, which is cool because you just want to get rid of those mega minions as quickly as possible. And damaging mega minions definitely gives you the ability to do that. She deals 325% damage to hit targets. So it says hit targets because of the next point. If the target had minions, attacks another enemy who has minions. If none of the enemies have minions, she attacks a random enemy, and each enemy can only be attacked once. So if you target somebody who has minions, you'll be doing the 50% extra damage to the mega minion. You'll be destroying minions from that target, and you'll be hitting another target. At the very minimum, you're going to get 2 hits if anybody has a minion. If everybody has minions, it's going to be a freaking bloodbath. That's what it's going to be. This hero is going to just rip through an entire team, damaging all the mega minions for 50% of max HP, hitting for 325% damage after the damage that does to the mega minions has happened, and just ripping through the whole freaking team. It's going to be pretty awesome in the minion wars. So before we even get to the rest of the special, let's just get to the rest of the special before I lose my train of thought. So basically we're targeting enemies. If they don't have, then she'll attack a random enemy. Each enemy can be attacked once. Now there is another question mark here. It says, and this is unique to this hero, it says that this effect applies to mega minions as well, but instead of destroying, damage equal to 50% of the mega minion health is okay. So yeah, so it's kind of, it repeats that, which is interesting because it's saying the effect applies to mega minions as well. That's the main point here. But what I'm seeing here is that they've kind of duplicated the text from above, which doesn't make very much sense when you're applying it to this specific part of the special, because this is talking about the 325% damage that's going to the hit targets. But this is then saying again, the damage is going to be equal to 50% of the mega minion's max health. So there could be space for an error here. So if you do pull this hero, first thing you should do, take it up against a mega minion. Make sure that the mega minions are getting that 325% damage hit, that it is chaining to all mega minions, and it needs to be at 325% because that is what this is applying to. It's applying to the damage hit rather than the destruction of the mega minions. So anyways, long story short, she should be hitting every single enemy that has either a minion or a mega minion, and then a random enemy that doesn't, potentially. The caster then gets lasting counterattack with 115% of the damage received. So on top of all of this good stuff, when it comes to countering minions, the effect of counterattack of 115% damage is going to last until it gets dispelled, replaced, or removed. So it's lasting. It's like Silver Paw's lasting greed. It doesn't go away until you dispel it, or yeah, you can't. You need to dispel it. That's the only way you're going to get rid of that counterattack. So what do I think of this hero? Well, against a minion team or a mega minion team, hopefully a mega minion team, if that second effect applies, she's going to be a freaking monster. So yeah, I like her for that. Against other teams, she might not be quite as impactful because it's going to be, 325% damage to the hit target. That's it. It says, again, like it says, it's only if the target had minions, she attacks another enemy. So it'd be cool. In Minion Wars, you absolutely have to run this hero on your defense team. It's just going to be so freaking funny to see the amount of mass destruction that gets caused. I would tank her all day long. She's great because she gets the minion initially that dodges. With the family bonus, decreasing the healing makes it that much more difficult to come back. And then plus, on top of all of that, the counterattack happening as well. So for Minion Wars, I think we have a new best tanking class. And plus, she gets the revive status as well. So I would say specifically for that war type, she would be... I think she is going to be the meta. Like, I'll call it now. She's running at fast speed. There's everything that you would possibly want from a tank for that war type. But when it comes to teams that don't necessarily have minions, or when you come to attack this hero, you obviously don't want to take a team that relies on any minions or mega minions. If you don't do that, then basically all she's going to do is 325% damage to a single target, and she's going to put up a lasting counterattack on herself. So as far as that's concerned, she's probably not the greatest hero in the world. But for your attacking teams, and when you come up against a mega minion team, you just be rubbing your greedy, grimy paws if you were lucky enough to grab this hero. Okay, so enough said. Please do let me know in the comments what you guys think about Halcyon. Like I said, I've expressed my opinions to no end, but do let me know in the comments what you guys think. And let me know if any of you guys are lucky enough to land your grubby, smarmy, grimy paws on this beauty of a hero. Now, let us have a look at our other hero that is in this portal, which is, of course, the one that majority of us are a bit more likely to get. I don't think we've seen one out of these heroes since Knuckles. And, pardon me. To be honest, I really like Knuckles because he's kind of a unique hero. He gets that reflect, but it can stack on top of other heroes like Goldie. I don't know if you guys know that, but like it's a stackable type of reflect, which is awesome because you can get like basically never ending reflect with him. So yeah, that's kind of a loophole, but he's cool. Anyways, what is this dude doing? So Foxglove, he's summoning a cobra from a testing tube, and that's his special apparently. So his family bonus, he gets the same family bonus. He's part of the Fox's family, so exactly the same as we went over before. We won't go over that again, but it is very useful, obviously, having him at the 4-star level for tournaments and things like that, being able to get that minion where the dodge is active right away. And then also the passive, the decreased healing passive is humongous. I've been saying about other heroes that are in the 4-star level for the Magic family, and there's the Fawn family hero, the Nature 4-star. They are both worth leveling just for the passives alone because the passives are super strong. And this guy's going to be no exception, even if his special skill sucks. Right, so let's see what he actually does. Stats-wise, he's going to be 1,045, which is about 1 point higher than the latest 4-star that we've seen, which is awesome. Power creep for the 4-stars is not as fast, so that's decent. His special skill, Venom Fang Concoction, and he's running at average speed. So he's going to deal 255% damage to the target and the nearby enemies. Nice. The target and nearby enemies are going to receive lasting 155 poison damage per turn. It's unfortunate this is on the max. That was 97, so 155 is about as high as you're going to get it. And then it says the effect lasts until it's cleansed, replaced, or removed. And that is going to be for the target and the nearby enemies. So that's super strong. I mean, you think about it, in a 4-star tournament, I mean, this guy's got like 1,900 health, which is pretty huge. But like, I mean, even if, let's say they've got like 1,500 health, you take them down about 500, and then they're getting 155 poison damage per turn. It's lasting poison damage. If there's no cleanse available, then that's going to deal with the target over the next sort of 6-7 turns, which is pretty good. Yeah, very good. And it's the target nearby. So yeah, that's the first time we've seen an effect like that at the 4-star level, and he's just disappeared. There he is, back again. Okay, the target and nearby enemies also get negative 30% mana generation for 4 turns, so that's going to make it that much more difficult for them to come back round. So yeah, great freaking 4-star hero. Honestly, congrats to any of you who are lucky enough to get this guy. If you're trying for the others and he just happens to pop out, then, you know, consider yourself lucky. It wasn't the worst possible day at the office, because I think this guy's going to be awesome. And I definitely love a copy of him myself. So yeah, congrats if you do manage to get him. And that's everything for the Covenant summon. So let me know if you're going to be trying your hand. Please do share your thoughts on Halcyon and, of course, the dude that we just looked at, Foxglove, as well. I think she's going to be awesome. But, you know, I could be wrong, but I seriously think she's going to be taking over in those minion wars. So, yeah, do let me know. Drop us a like and subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't subscribed already. Share it with your mother, and I'll see you again in the next video. Bye for now.